Hi everyone! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. This video is part of the series of videos I'm posting to try to help people out when it comes to aptitude tests, like the civil service exam. This video in particular is part of my series on math. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because one of the members on Team Lyqa Cappies came up to me and asked me about this question. And actually, the day before, kahapon, meron ding nag-request nitong ganitong klaseng tanong. And I figured na probably it's time for me to make a video lesson regarding this kasi I've been thinking about making it naman, kaya lang wala lang akong time. So now, while I'm waiting dito sa Cappies, so we're staying right here hanggang tomorrow, I'm going to make it for you. Okay? And kaya ako nakabihis kasi kakatapos lang namin na mag-aral ng Team Lyqa Cappies. I'm going to try to shoot the video tonight, maybe upload it tomorrow so I can have it with you guys. Now, ano yung tanong na ito? Ito yung math question na may mga directions. For example, nag-move siya 25 meters north, 30 meters east. Tapos hahanapin yung kung anong distance between yung start hanggang sa kanyang finish. Now, how do you solve that type of problem? I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to show you how to do it and ask you to solve it for yourself. So, I'm going to switch over to my PC or my laptop so I can show you better. I'll see you in a bit.
Try to solve this type of problem, no? Pinag-usapan natin distance and directions. How do you know if you will use this technique sa problem na yan? This is a great example of that type of question. Sabi, June traveled 12 kilometers west, then she went another 16 kilometers south. By the end of the journey, how far was she from where she started? Now, pag nakakita kayo ng ganyan, may bumabiyahe, may nag-move left, right, up, down, or north, south, east, west, this is the technique that you're going to use. This is probably how you're going to solve it. Usually, hinahanap yung distance from where she started hanggang sa ending. And the best way for you to know the answer to this type of question is to start drawing things. Now, before you even start drawing, you have to think of a few things muna. Number one, are the units of measure the same? Kilometer at kilometer ba siya? Now, bakit to importante? Kasi even before you start to draw, you have to have the same unit of measure. Kung yung isa sa kanila ay meter, magko-convert ka pa. Kailangan mo gawing kilometers pareho or meters sila pareho. Now, in this case, pareho naman kilometers, it's not a problem. The next thing that you have to think about is yung directions ninyo. Now, if you're not familiar with it or nakalimutan na, we have our directions, di ba? Yung north, south, east, and west. Now, ang importante tandaan is ang east is where the sun rises, east is in the right side, okay? Ang west is in the left side. Now, usually, pagdating sa mga ganitong tanong naman, doesn't matter kung tama kayo or mali doon, ang importante, consistent kayo. Ibig sabihin, panindigan ninyo kung nasang side yung east or sa west. Now, the next thing that you're going to do now is to draw. So, from a beginning point, kunyari, for example, if I start here, okay, si June daw nag-travel 12 kilometers west. Now, in our directions, again, ang west is dito sa left side, so you can start to draw dito, pa ganyan, this becomes 12 kilometers. After that, she went another 16 kilometers south. So, ang south naman is pababa. Okay? So, baba naman tayong ganyan. This is now 16 kilometers. Now, the question is this. By the end of the journey, how far was she from where she started? So, ibig sabihin nun, kung ito ang ending at yun ang beginning, ang hinahanap is this distance. Now, if you are not creative enough or if you don't think of it na in an open way, baka hindi nyo ma-figure out na this is actually a right triangle. And if you don't draw it, talagang mahirap siya i-visualize. So the best thing for you to do again is to draw it. Now, ang importanteng tandaan is when it comes to this, pag nag-travel ka west and nag-travel ka south, this is actually 90 degrees. Ibig sabihin, you are given a right triangle. Okay? Ang right triangle kasi is a triangle with one right angle. 90 degrees ito. Kaya, pag nag-travel ka ng directions mo, lahat kasi yan is 90 degrees. Okay? So, pag nag-move ka ng perpendicular sa isang direction, automatic 90 degrees yun. Okay? And makikita mo rin naman if you draw quite well. Now, obviously, hindi naman sobrang diretso yung sa akin. But again, what matters here is the concept. Okay? So, you have to start drawing. So, if this is 12 kilometers, this is 16 kilometers, ano ang haba nito? Now, there is a theorem, yung tinatawag natin Pythagorean theorem, okay? If you don't remember this anymore, probably matagal na kayong hindi nag-aaral or out of school na, and that is okay, okay? Now, a lot of my students also have a hard time with that. But the thing is, there is a technique that I teach sa live review events and also sa online review program. If you are one of my students there, you can use triangle 3, 4, 5 for this agad. So using triangle 3 for 5, baka mas mabilis nyo maka-figure out ito. But for those na hindi enrolled doon, you can use the Pythagorean theorem, okay? Pythagorean theorem works like this. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. With C squared being your hypotenuse. Now, ang hypotenuse is yung pinakamahabang side. Ito yon. Ang hypotenuse is yung side na nasa kabaliktaran or across nung 90 degrees. Yan yung pinakamahabang side. So in this case, ito ang hinahanap natin. Pag nahanap niyo yung hypotenuse nitong triangle na to, you will get the distance from where she started hanggang sa ending niya. So this becomes our x squared. Now, yung A and B naman, yun yung legs na tinatawag. Ito yung dalawang legs, okay? Yung legs mo are this side and this side. Now, interchangeable yan. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng A, yung 12, 16 yung B, or 16 yung A, tapos 12 yung B. Ang importante, dalawa silang isi-square mo. So, you can have 12 squared plus 16 squared. Now, we could just solve for this. So, x squared is equal to 12 times 12. Now, 12 times 12 is 132. Tapos, plus 16 times 16, okay, which is going to give you 160 plus 80 plus 16, okay, so that is 240, 256. So, 256. Okay? 12 times 12 pala is 144. Okay, sorry about that. So, 144 plus 256. So, x squared is equal to, this is going to be 400. Tapos, isi-square root natin siya. So, x is equal to square root of 400. Now, I already discussed radicals before. If you are not comfortable with this, go ahead and watch that series. Marami na yung videos na yon. Okay? Para maka-catch up kayo. And what I do usually sa radicals is I factor them. Okay? So, you have 4 and 100. You have 4 and 25. And then 25 is 5 and 5. Now, pwede na sila magkapares. So, you have 2 4s and 2 5s. Pwede natin sila ilabas sa payong. So, 4 times 5 or 20. So, the answer is 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers yung hypotenuse, kaya 20 kilometers yung distance nila. Okay? So, again, ang importante dito is to draw, okay, and then solve. Don't be afraid. Ang importante, take it one line at a time. Okay? Okay, let's see if you can try it out for yourself. Okay? So, read this question carefully, answer it, and hit pause now. Okay, tingnan natin if tama kayo. Okay, sabi Julian traveled 13 kilometers north, 44 kilometers east, and another 20 kilometers north. By the end of his journey, how far was he from where he started? So kung for example, dito siya nagsimula, okay, sa point na ito, umakyat daw siya ng 13 kilometers north. Okay, so kunyari ito ay 13 kilometers, 44 kilometers east, this is 44, and then another 30 kilometers north. Another 20 kilometers north. So this is 20 kilometers. Now, what do you do next? Okay? Ang sabi, by the end of his journey, how far was he from where he started? So kung i-connect natin ito, yung simula hanggang dulo, okay, this should also form another hypotenuse. Now, ang tricky part nito is that you have seemingly dalawang triangles. Parang mayroon kang triangle number 1 tsaka triangle number 2. Okay? Yung iba, pwedeng mahinto sila dito kasi bakit ganito? Ano nangyari? Bakit dalawa yung triangle? Anong gagawin ko? Paano ko to isosolve? And actually, one of you sent a question na kamukha nito to me to ask me to help na isolve ito sa kanya. Pero when I was able to explain dun sa person na yun kung ano yung kailangan gawin, nagawa niya naman by herself. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin here is to extend a little bit of imagination. Okay? Magpapalit ako ng kulay lang ng ink para mas pakita sa inyo better. But if you look at this picture, this is your hypotenuse. Okay? And all the other information also form another different and bigger triangle. Ano yon? This triangle right here. Okay? Now, saan galing tong triangle na to? Okay? This triangle right here is something that you can form using the information na binigay sa atin earlier. Bakit? Kasi itong haba na to, it's the same as this haba. Itong haba na to. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin na to? Itong side na sa baba, this is also 44 kilometers. Kasi pantay lang yan. Okay? Pantay lang sila. Now, itong haba naman na to, kung titingnan ninyo, kung iuusog ko, okay? Itong haba na to, iuusog ko dyan, it's just the same. Okay? So, you have 20 kilometers ito, Tapos meron ka another 13 kilometers sa ilalim. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Itong side na to, this entire side is actually 33 kilometers long. So, ang hinahanap natin ngayon is the hypotenuse of our right triangle na merong legs na 33 and 44. Now, again, if you are part of Team Lyqa Online or if you are attended one of the live review events, alam niyo na yung triangle 3, 4, 5, you can start solving using that technique. If hindi pa, we can start solving using the Pythagorean theorem. Ang Pythagorean theorem, again, is c squared, okay, is equal to a squared plus b squared. So, x squared, which is yung hinahanap natin, itong side na to, ang hypotenuse, is equal to 33 squared plus 44 squared. So, all we have to do is to multiply 33 and 33, okay? And then, 44 and 44, tapos i-add natin sila together, okay? So, 33 times 33 is going to give you 1,089, okay? Ang 44 naman, times 44 is going to give you 1,936. Now, if you don't understand kung paano yan nangyari, just practice your multiplication, okay? And then we're going to add these two, okay? So, 1936 plus 1089. Pagsasamahin lang natin yan, okay? And then it's going to give us 3,000, okay, x squared is equal to 3,025, okay? So again, addition lang yan. So if naguluhan kayo doon sa part na yan, just practice your multiplication, practice your addition. Now, the next thing na medyo tricky would be yung is-square root kasi natin siya to get your x. So, ang gagawin lang natin is hanapin natin yung radical or yung square root ng 3025. Again, using our technique sa radicals, which is factoring, we can get that. All you need to do is to start factoring. Now, 5 ang dulo, pwede yan sa 5. So, you have 6, and then 0, 5. Pwede uli sa 5. 5, this is 1, 2, 1. And then, yung 1 to 1 mo, that is pwede yan sa, pwede yan sa 11. Okay? And 11. Ibig sabihin nun, meron kang pares ng 5, meron kang pares ng 11. Pwede mo silang ilabas sa payong. So, x is equal to 5 times 11 or x is equal to 55. So, the answer is 55 kilometers. Okay? So again, ang key here is not to give up. Just draw. Imagine it. Take a step back kung kailangan nyo ilayo yung paper sa inyo para makita ninyo yung mas malaking triangle. Go and do that. Okay?
Alright, I hope you learned something new today. If you did, click thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video with your friends, lalo na kung mag-exam din sila. And if you're taking the exam this August 2017, there is one more review event coming up sa Metro Manila, July 22 and 29. If you're not going or hindi nyo pa alam na merong ganon at gusto nyo magkaroon ng details about that, reach out to me, www.facebook.com/teamlyqa, to find out kung may slots pa and kung paano kayo makakuha ng slots. I'd love to see you there. Also, if you don't have a reviewer yet and you want to get one, go to that Facebook page as well. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon if you're watching this on YouTube para malaman ninyo as soon as the new video lesson posts. God bless guys. Aja kayo niyan. See you in my next video. Bye for now.